This is TTS Times Wire News, providing fast and efficient narrations of the latest news articles for those on the go. We upload every weekday at noon Eastern Standard Time. Be sure to like and subscribe. The American Conservative. The American Conservative.com. Money down the toilet in Afghanistan. September 2, 2021, 3:13 a.m. Rod Dreher. This sign of American decadence and stupidity in Afghanistan cannot be improved on. The Spectator columnist Coburn reports on America's attempt to turn a nation of medieval goat herders and Islamic hillbillies into penis possessors and vulva havers suitable for campus life at some of America's more elite colleges. Excerpts. So, alongside the billions for bombs went hundreds of millions for gender studies in Afghanistan. According to U.S. government reports, $787 million was spent on gender programs in Afghanistan, but that substantially understates the actual total, since gender goals were folded into practically every undertaking America made in the country. A recent report from the Special Inspector General for Afghanistan Reconstruction, SEACR, broke down the difficulties of the project. For starters, in both Dari and Pashto there are no words for gender. That makes sense, since the distinction between sex and gender was only invented by a sexually abusive child psychiatrist in the 1960s, but evidently Americans were caught off guard. Things didn't improve from there. Under the U.S.'s guidance, Afghanistan's 2004 constitution set a 27% quota for women in the lower house, higher than the actual figure in America. A strategy that sometimes required having women represent provinces they had never actually been to. Remarkably, this experiment in democracy created a government few were willing to fight for, let alone die for. The initiatives piled up one after another. Do-gooders established a National Masculinity Alliance, so a few hundred Afghan men could talk about their gender roles and examine male attitudes that are harmful to women. More. But all this wasn't just a stupid waste of money. It routinely actively undermined the nation building that America was supposed to be doing. According to a Newsed observer, the gender ideology included in American aid routinely caused rebellions out in the provinces, directly causing the instability America was supposedly fighting. To get Afghanistan's parliament to endorse the women's rights measures it wanted, America resorted to bribing them. Soon, bribery became the norm for getting anything done in the parliament. Coburn dredges up something so horrible and hilarious that it's straight out of a Monty Python sketch. In it, the American occupiers attempt to enlighten a group of Afghan women by showing them Marcel Duchamp's famous urinal as museum piece and telling them that it's important art. Coburn says watch to the 31-second point and see the moment when America failed in Afghanistan. Read it all. Last night at dinner in Milan, I asked a friend of mine, a veteran Italian foreign correspondent, what he thought of the way America had handled its departure from Afghanistan. America is a declining power, he said. You can't deny it now. No, you can't. There should be congressional hearings, but you know there won't be, because nobody is ever held accountable for anything in this country anymore. Next time you hear one of these people in the American expert class telling you, for example, that Hungary is a fascist state, remember that they are the same geniuses who read Afghanistan and thought they saw a country that was ripe for gender studies and classes on the artistic breakthrough of pissoirs. Rod Dreher is a senior editor at the American Conservative. A veteran of 3 decades of magazine and newspaper journalism, he has also written 3 New York Times bestsellers, Live Not by Lies, The Benedict Option, and The Little Way of Ruthie Lemming, as well as Crunchy Cons and How Dante Can Save Your Life. Dreher lives in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The American Conservative exists to advance a Main Street conservatism. We cherish local community, the liberties bequeathed us by the founders, the civilizational foundations of faith and family, and, we are not ashamed to use the word, peace. Copyright 2021 The American Conservative, a publication of the American Ideas Institute. The American Ideas Institute is a nonprofit, nonpartisan 501c3 organization based in Washington, D.C. Thanks for joining us at TTS Times Wire News. Be sure to like and subscribe to get fast and efficient narrations of the latest news articles for those on the go. We upload every weekday at noon Eastern Standard Time. See you next time on The Wire, and be sure to like and subscribe.